Today's experiment is redox titration of oxalic acid with potassium permanganate. So as you know that this experiment involves 5 steps. The first is equipment, materials, discussion, procedure, calculations. So in the equipment, in front of you, you have burette, pipette, conical flask, beakers. These are all the equipments. Whereas the materials is concerned, you have 3 major things. First is you have potassium permanganate and also sulfuric acid, plus you have oxalic acid. This potassium permanganate reacts with oxalic acid in presence of sulfuric acid. This will give rise to potassium sulfate, manganese sulfate, and water and carbon dioxide. To balance this, you have to write 2 here, 3 here, 5 here. So now potassium sulfate is balanced, manganese sulfate it is 2, and here it is 10, here it is 8, and here it is 10. So now this is the balanced equation. So now, whereas the discussion is concerned, so this redox titration plays very important role. So what first is we need to understand what is a redox. Redox means it is both oxidation and reduction reaction takes place. So first you have to understand what is oxidation. See, oxidation means loss of electrons from the reaction. Reduction reaction means gain of electrons. So in this reaction, in this redox reaction, both oxidation and reduction reaction takes place. So this is the discussion. Now majorly procedure plays very important role. So the procedure is, so let me concentrate here. Let me show the experiment here. See, so when the procedure is written on the board, the first step is you have to wash all the glasswares, burette, beakers, conical flask, pipette. First you have to wash all the glasswares. Afterwards you have 2 beakers in front of you. So one is a big beaker, another one is a small beaker. There are 2 beakers in front of you. So these are the equipments. First you have to take these materials and then you have to go to near the chemicals. So these are the chemicals: oxalic acid, and then potassium permanganate, and then sulfuric acid. So now in the big beaker you have to take potassium permanganate. Then in the small beaker you have to take oxalic acid. After taking these 2, so you have to go back to your place. Now, as I told you, after washing all the equipments, so after taking the chemicals, that is potassium permanganate as well as oxalic acid, so now you have to fill up the burette with potassium permanganate. Comfortably take outside. First close here and then take little potassium permanganate. I have taken very little potassium permanganate just to rinse this burette. I am just rinsing the burette. And also I need to rinse the bottom of the burette here. So now I have rinsed with potassium permanganate. Now I need to fill up to the mark. I have filled the burette above the zero level. So now I need to fill. There is a air gap here. There is a air gap. It is not filled. So I need to fill up this part also. Now make it up to the mark, that is 0. So now this burette is filled up to 0. See, there is a 0 mark here. See the board. See the board. There is a procedure written on there. See, the first point is washing all the glasswares is finished. The second point is filling the burette with potassium permanganate. And the third point is there is a conical flask. Pipette out 10 ml of oxalic acid. Now I am doing this. See, you have to take 10 ml and then put it into the conical flask. This is the conical flask. So this is 10 ml conical flask. Now I need to add sulfuric acid. How much? Half test tube. That means around the half of the tube. This is the sulfuric acid I am adding it. After adding sulfuric acid, go back to the hot plate. There is a hot plate here. There is a hot plate here. This is the hot plate. So you need to heat this. Heat nearly to boil. See the procedure on the board. Add half test tube of sulfuric acid and heat nearly to boil. So you have to wait till it boils. Don't heat above 100 degree. Just nearly to boil. In essence, it is 60 to 70 degree. And meantime, you have to take a tissue paper. So this tissue paper, it is for holding your conical flask. Take a tissue paper and fold it in such a way you can handle the conical flask very freely. Now, so you can hold this conical flask because it is too hot. So most of the time it will go in heating. So you need to wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes because the hot plate is just now we switched on. Pass. Okay, so now it is already boiling. So now you have to take out. Now let me start the titration. See, there is point number 5 is titrate the solution against potassium permanganate. Now before you start, you have to take the initial reading. Initial reading, that is V1, as you are aware of this. So V1 is the initial reading. Now after noting this, the value of burette in your manual, you need to start now. See, and this is very hot solution. It's too hot. So add drop by drop with continuous shaking. So you have to titrate till you get the permanent pink color. So you can see the color and it is disappearing it. So you have to titrate till you get the permanent pink color. You have to mix the solution thoroughly after every addition of potassium permanganate. And always your concentration should be on your conical flask. Is it? You got the color now? So this is the color. This is what we are expecting. This is pink color, right? So after this, now you have to record this burette reading. So there is a burette reading here. The burette reading is 7.5. This is 7.5 is the burette reading. So this one will remain V2. This will be the V2. Now you can calculate. See, normality, volume of potassium permanganate, normality, volume of oxalic acid. Now normality of potassium permanganate you need to calculate. That's equal to normality of oxalic acid is 0.1. Volume of oxalic acid is 10 ml we have taken, and volume of potassium permanganate will be the average. So like this you have to repeat the experiment. After one titration you need to again you have to repeat the experiment like up to 3 consecutive trials, 3 or 4. So like this the average, all the 3 readings, the average you need to take and you have to apply for the calculation. So this is what your experiment. This is called redox titration. So thank you very much.